Hey, welcome back to Trail Trash ADV Garage with Jeff. By popular demand, we're gonna do, and by popular I mean one person I think commented that they'd watch. So anyway, we're gonna film the Goldwing project. So this will be the official intro. Some of it's already filmed, so but I realized I didn't think I actually did an intro and explain what I'm doing. So the Goldwing's going to be stripped down. The plastics are going to come off. I think I said that in the channel update video last Wednesday. So that's going to happen, and it's not a cafe or I'm just going to go where it takes me. This is going to be a budget build, but there's going to be no powder coating or stripping all the way down. You may even see a paintbrush and some trim clad. That's Rust-Oleum for Americans. Yeah, so so if you're not interested in that sort of thing, if you want to see something torn down and professionally done, yeah, don't watch this, because it's not going to be that. It's going to be a budget build, and it's just to get around and have some fun. And I love these old Goldwings. Yeah, so it's not going to be something you're going to see, you know, on some professional page. Also, I want to just do a shout out because I think this may come out before next Saturday's video. TrailTrashADV.com. We now have a website up. Check it out. Colin started a blog over there, and just some of the things we're going to be doing around Nova Scotia over the next few years, because we want to grow this thing. We think that the trail system in Nova Scotia is really unique. In New Brunswick too. We may incorporate more of the Maritimes, but we think there's some great riding here, and we want to showcase it to people who want to come here and ride. So go over and check out the website, mission statements there, a little bit about who we are, Colin's blog, and links to the trail guide. All right, well, that's about it for this intro. Stay tuned for the Goldwing project.
That was terrifying.
Carbs definitely will need to be taken off and cleaned and gone through and spruced up. So the brakes is what I need to get going, because if I had brakes, I could actually ride this thing. Technically, it's not inspected, but it just ran out in May. So yeah, I'm gonna try bleeding them first. So let's get the cap off here. We're gonna try a JIS, but the screws are already buggered pretty bad. Oh, look at that. I got the impact if I need it. Oh yeah, that one's not coming out. It's just an experiment. If I can get this up enough, I can get some vice grips on it. Show you the state of that screw. That is one buggered screw. Oh, nasty. Nasty fluid too. Turn the wheel a little bit. Oh yeah, okay, master is working. There's bubbles. So it's a possibility just air in the system. I mean, that fluid looks funky, but it's not like totally funky. Let's see what I got. I think I got some fluid over here. Okay, take you off here for a second. So bleeder screws are usually 8 mil, okay? But they're usually cruddy. They go nasty. Just so you can see, I've got some, maybe some dark. That is a 12 point, and you need to get that over there. But to break this nasty screw, you don't want a 12 point, you want a 6 point, which is here. So I'm gonna use a ratchet and a 6 point to crack that the first time. Then I'll use the 12 point to open and close it while I'm bleeding. But that bleeder screw is really nasty. We'll see if we end up having to rebuild the caliper, we'll take it right out and really clean it up. And I mean, maybe we'll end up having to replace it, I don't know. No, she's not happy. Take that off. Alright, we're gonna have to do some penetrating fluid and try to get these bleeders cracked. So I'll be back. Alright, so I don't have a lot of battery left. I should have been charging this. So basically what I did is I took the master off and I just cleaned it up. So as you can see here, we're missing the rubber boot. It was just literally destroyed. And the circlip was rusted. I cleaned it up on the wire wheel. Painting it really doesn't do you any good because other than maybe caliper paint, any brake fluid that squeaks through and gets on, it's just going to ruin the paint anyway. Now, there shouldn't be brake fluid squeezing through there, but in case it does, I probably should get a rebuild kit for it. But I might not. I might just pick up, I'll see what I can find. That rubber thing will be hard to get replaced, so without a kit. But I find a lot of times when you rebuild these, or when you just clean them up, you clean the bore really good. And I use some Mother's aluminum polish, some Q-tips, and a wire wheel. I didn't film it, A, because battery's low, and B, I had to start the air compressor. So, we got some .4 brake fluid here. We're going to fill this back up. We're going to put the connector, the banjo bolt back in. And we're going to see if we can actually bleed these brakes and get them to work. I got both bleeders out, used WD-40 and some heat. Just be careful you don't get heat everywhere else. You just want to heat the aluminum around the bleeder. One of the bleeders has been crushed in, and I should have showed you guys that because there's a little tiny hole that allows that bleeder to come through. And if you over torque them, then you'll actually, they're cone shaped so that they kind of seat into the caliper, and you can actually crush that. So I just drilled it to recreate the hole. But that may be something I'll have to pick up too, is a couple of new bleeders. But we're just trying to get this going, right? Like, we're not doing a restoration at this point. So, you know, we're just trying to get her going. Maybe get a couple rides in this fall before we start doing the strip down. Jake, my oldest son, he's never driven anything that's quite this big. Before I take the fairings off, he kind of wants to take it for a drive. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna go put this back on, and we'll try to bleed the brakes. There's plenty of videos to show you how to do that. I'll bring it back and show you the results. Yeah. All right. Mash one. I found a bolt in my stash that should work. Obviously, it's not chamfered. It's not. I don't know what those are called. Anyway, should work. I was able to bleed the brakes. Yeah, maybe I'll just take it out and show you here. So if you can't get the brakes to bleed, or like if they're just not firming up, and see, as you can see, this is firmed, much more firm now. Crack that bolt right there. Put a rag around it so you don't see. Somebody has dropped battery, no, not battery, you know, a .3 or .4 brake fluid, and it just eats paint. So crack that, because see how this is angled? Air will get trapped in here and you won't be able to get it out. If you hold this and like bungee it overnight, maybe you'll get it out. But just give that a little crack. While you're cracking that though, yes, put some pressure on the lever and squeeze. Don't let off the lever, because it'll suck air back in. So crack it and then put it back. I think I'm losing battery here. Let's see. Yeah, 7%. So I want to go charge the DJI up. I'll get these in, and we'll see if the back brake will work. I'll have to work on that next. But if I got front brake, I might get a little test ride in today while the weather's decent. All right, I'll get an update you later.